today on the call.
This was an assassination attempt. You owe the people answers. You owe President Trump answers.
A group of Republican senators berated Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheatle at the RNC recently, just yesterday, demanding answers for Saturday's assassination attempt against Donald Trump. Obviously, there were some security failures. They want answers in regard to the security failures. So in the video that you just watched, you'll see a group of Republicans, including Senator Marsha Blackburn, Senator John Barrasso, and Senator James Lankford. Now, Blackburn uploaded a 4-minute video of the group essentially accosting Cheatle and demanding that she step down if she doesn't answer their questions. Let's watch.
Very disappointed in your leadership. I have called for your resignation, and I'd rather you resign tonight or start answering our questions right now about the death threat to President Trump and allowing him to go on stage in Pennsylvania at a time when he'd already been alerted that there was somebody with a spotter, all these situations already identified an hour before, and you let him go on stage without the knowledge of him, the team on the ground, and you will put him within less than an inch of his life. So resignation or full explanation to us right now.
Can you give us an explanation? Why would anyone allow the president to go on stage when you know you've got a potential threat and you've got snipers that are trained?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but that is a good question by Senator Blackburn. If the Secret Service was aware that there was a suspicious individual, they were aware of that, at least over 30 minutes prior to Trump taking the stage. Why did they allow Trump to take the stage?
Thanks for watching. Our audience has helped build TYT into the media giant it is today. Together, we can accomplish anything. Support our work and join us at tyt.com/team.
No, this is a disaster in two different ways. One, because they almost let the president die, and that would have been the worst act of malpractice in Secret Service history. In fact, he was hit. I mean, she should be fired on that alone.
Yes.
The former president is hit, a presidential candidate is hit by a bullet. You gotta go. She should have resigned by now. It's untenable. Okay, I'm glad we saw the second part of the video, because the first part of the video is a bit shocking. The head of the Secret Service is walking away from 3 senators. What's going on here? You're supposed to be accountable. Now I get it; they're kind of ambushing you in a way that you didn't expect, and in a place you didn't expect, and it's not a formal hearing, but it's weird. It's like Matt Gaetz with Kevin McCarthy. It's like random right-wing bloggers with me. Like the senators are chasing her down.
Yeah.
She's ignoring them. This whole thing is so strange. And then this second part now is this is the stuff that creates tons of conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I
because
agree.
Once you have massive unanswered questions, people are going to start to fill in their own blanks, and that's dangerous.
And that's what this is really about. So senators had a closed door briefing with Kimberly Cheatle. She was supposed to answer their questions, and they were upset because they felt that she didn't answer their questions. So that's the reason why you can hear the senators say, either you answer our questions, give us the information we need, or you should step down, you should resign. In fact, a GOP aide told the Washington Post, quote, a number of senators caught wind that she was present here at the forum, this is the RNC, in a suite. And after not having their questions answered earlier today during the briefing, they thought, let's go up and ask some questions. She refused to answer questions and started running away, and they followed her. So what was actually discussed during the briefing that has these Republican senators so upset? Well, Senator Barrasso, who was also in the briefing, explained earlier yesterday while making an appearance on CNBC. Let's watch.
I participated in the whole thing. To me, it was a cover your ass briefing by the Secret Service. The director of the Secret Service needs to go. That shooter was identified as a suspect, suspicious character, a full 1 hour before the shooting occurred. Had a rangefinder, a backpack, And then they lost sight of him and never really followed up on that. I wanted to ask a question. I talked to other senators who wanted to ask questions. We were cut off from doing so. And we had questions that we were able to say, wait a second, what really happened there? Who's going to be held accountable? Who was in charge of that building? Why wasn't the roof scrutinized? How did all these things happen? They didn't answer any of those questions for us. It was completely unsatisfying as a briefing. I think it was they just did it because they felt like they had to check a box instead of actually providing us the information that the American people need to know. The FBI gave about half of the briefing. They didn't even get called until 20 minutes or so after the shooting occurred in terms of was this part of some other plot. But we needed to know what happened. How could this have occurred this close to the death of a former president? We didn't get any kind of satisfaction. Time for the head of the Secret Service to go.
Now, during this briefing, she allegedly conceded that there was failure. I mean, I don't really need her to admit that there was failure. There was clearly failure. But Cheatle's refusal to answer the questions, of course, and her inconsistency with the public remarks that she's made clearly riled up the MAGA base tenfold. So things got super heated when Cheatle refused to answer questions from Barrasso and Blackburn. Let's take a look.
We'll leave with you now. No, we're going with you. We're going with you.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No concern. You're President of the United States. I'm going to tell you the answer. The answer to us. The answer to us. This is exactly what you were doing today.
This was an assassination attempt. You owe the people answers. You owe President Trump answers.
Go.
He's running, but you cannot hide from
To the people of the United States. You're the head of the Secret Service.
You owe answers.
You owe answers to the Senate, to the House, to the President, the past President, and you owe answers to the president. The president should have this bit of protection for crying out loud.
Now, look, if you're watching this video and you're feeling a little uncomfortable with how they're hounding her and following her like that, believe it or not, there's actually a conservative who has spoken out against what the senators did there. We're going to get to him in just a moment. But Speaker Mike Johnson, Representative Steve Scalise, and Senator Mitch McConnell have also called for her resignation and are launching their own investigations into the matter. So, Cenk, do you want to guess who has called out the Republican senators and is not in favor of what they did there?
So I don't know. I'll do a blind guess. Mitt Romney.
No, it's actually a conservative host in the media. It's Britt Hume. Whatever, yeah. So let me read his tweet. He says, whatever blame Secret Service Director Kim Cheatle deserves for the colossal security failure of last Saturday in Pennsylvania, the Republican senators harassing her in the hallway of the GOP convention in Milwaukee Wednesday did themselves no credit. They will have her before them and under oath soon enough. What they did in the convention hall was pure grandstanding.
Yeah, so look, no one did themselves any favors in that exchange. Not the head of the Secret Service, not the senators. I was embarrassed watching that tape. They're turning this country into a banana republic. But what is this? What you have senators chasing down other parts of the government, et cetera? But I'm not just blaming the senators. I blame the Secret Service head as well. So you look, with Republicans, you have to verify what they're saying 8 times over. So I'm not going to take their word for it. And they do have a chance to question her later, and that will be decisive. And I would be shocked if she kept her job. But if what they're saying is true, that now, 5 days after the shooting, you still can't tell us exactly what happened with the shooter? Why? Are you having trouble getting in touch with your own Secret Service agents? Are you having trouble getting in touch with local police authorities? No, you should know exactly what happened already. It should not be in doubt. This is not like 5 hours after the shooting. This is 5 days after the shooting. So she really doesn't have any excuses. But okay, let's hear out in a formal setting what she's got, and then very, very likely fire her. But if you're a US Senator, don't chase people down the hall yelling at them. It's embarrassing for everyone involved.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.